Hello tribe, this is your Mad Yogi Eileen, welcoming you to the Cancer flow. So Cancer or the crab constellation. Now we are going to start with our candle arms in a sun salutation A with our candle arms. It's what I'm trying to say. Now a quick review and a workshop of the candle arms. So do this with me. It doesn't matter if you do my right is my right and your right is your right, or if you mirror me, that's okay for this workshop, yeah? So just stand with me first, roll your shoulders, and we'll just review the candle arms so that when we do it on the mat, you can just go straight away into it, okay? Now, bring the backs of the hands together, yeah? Fingers down, backs of the hands together. I'm going to slide my right arm and wrist in front, yeah, this way, in front, cross my wrists, pressing my hands together. This is already your candle arms. It's downward facing at the moment, yeah? When we're going to wave it up with the legs hip width descent, soften your knees, wave the body up, belly in and up, chest up, head and hands up. You are threading your arms up this way. Now, the position of your arms, it can be by your cheekbone, yeah? Or squeeze your upper back and bring your biceps by your ears, this way, you can see that. Or squeeze your upper back a lot more and your arms are by your head or by your ponytail, if you have a ponytail as well. So once again, position of the arms by your cheekbones, by your ears, or behind your head. And you're not just forcing your arms to the back, okay? Never force your limbs. What you're doing is you're contracting the upper back, your rhomboids and your upper trapezius. You are allowing your pectoral muscles to open up as we do when we strengthen the upper back and lengthen the front of the body. Yeah, that's how to bring the arms to the back and not just wrenching your shoulders and forcing it to the back, okay? Never force your limbs and your joints into shape. Now, let's do this. Come to the top of your mat, feet 1 hip width distance. That's just 2 snug fist widths. Roll your shoulders, just loosen the body here. Deep, full breath. Pressing the lips in and just breathe through the nasal passages, down the trachea, so you can pull that breath down to the lowest lobes of your lungs. From here, bring the backs of the hands in, right wrist forward, cross, press the hands in. Candle arms. Soften the knees, wave the body and the arms up, belly in and up. Chest up, head and arms up. Just a small squeeze of the upper back with your biceps in line with your cheekbones for now. Pushing your hips forward, allow the body to come into a small letter C. Not very deep for the first round. Squeeze the front of your body to lift. Release the crossing of your wrists, pressing your hands in, pressing your elbows in. Make an effort to press your elbows and your forearms in. Knees bend, lead with the crown of the head, point the fingers down, forward fold. If there's no pressure in your head, you can look through the gap between your legs and as high up that gap as you can, pressing through the length of your hands, your arms rather, into your claw hands. Pressing them in so you can feel the support of your upper limbs. But if you do have pressure in your head, just pare back the angle of your neck. Look at any point where your head feels okay without feeling that pinching in the back of your neck. Exhale. Then bring your finger pads high up on your shins, elbows pressing in, push to the length of your arms, wave the body up halfway into our half lift. Feel the strength of your arms It's a long line pushing into your shins, and your shins are pushing forward in that diagonal brace principle. Exhale, wave down. 2 more. Inhale, waving up. You can slide your fingers a little lower on your shins incrementally as we do, and as we progress in our sun salutation A with candle arms. This is the third, and exhale, wave down. Hands as flat as you can make them, and in a side to side swaying motion of the body. So allow your knees to bend, step back to your plank. Head back for now, knees down, untuck the toes, knee plank. Elbows bend to the back, sliding your body between your hands in a flat plank. Hands away from the mat, squeeze your upper back, well, the entirety of your back muscles really, in your low cobra. Then follow through. If you want to, press your hands down, follow through with a higher lift in your high cobra, or a lot more, and you're hovering your knees up, you're pressing the length of your arms into the circles of your hands in your upward facing dog. Exhale, abdominal massage all the way down. You're welcome to stop and choose your poses, okay? Tuck your toes under. Squeeze yourself up, knee plank. Knees lift up, full plank. Bend your knees once again and push to the length of your arms, bringing you towards the back into your puppy pose. 3 spinal waves here. Belly in and up, chest up, head up, exhale down, waving down. That's 1. 2 more. Belly in and up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. It's an up and down movement of the body. Last one. Belly in and up, chest up, head up. And if you want your downward facing dog, lengthen your legs in that downward wave. Choose your pose, puppy or dog, and just have a few more spinal waves in your own time, your own breath, movement, rhythm. Breathe. From here, heels up, knees and elbows bend. Once again, in that side rocking motion, just walk back up to your forward fold. Now we're going to be traveling in a longer distance here. Backs of the hands in, left wrist in front and crosses. Push through your legs, wave the body up. Again, it's a bigger movement, so don't rush. I don't want you to get dizzy. Lengthen the body up, lengthen the arms up. Squeeze your upper back, biceps by your ears or a little farther back if you want. Push your hips forward, shallow or a little deeper with your back bend. Up to you. Squeeze the front of your body, lifting up. If your arms are behind your ears, by the way, that backward bend will feel a lot heavier. So just be aware of that, okay? Release your arms, press your hands in, press your elbows in, knees bend, forward fold. Let's make this smooth. Let your head go. Breathing here. Finger pads any height on your shins or even down on the mat if you want. Press to the length of your arms. Wave the spine nice and long, moving forward. Half lift. Exhale down. Don't lock your knees. Inhale, waving up. There's a difference between lengthened legs and locked knees, yeah? Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale. Waving up. Halfway, half lift. Exhale down. Strengthen the back. Don't curve the back there. Hands as flat as you can make them. And step, or if you want to, hop back into your plank. Exhale. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lift up. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. Choosing your poses now, yeah? Spinal waves. Again, your own rhythm. Just remembering to wave the spine up and down, not forward and back, yeah? Up and down, not forward and back. Don't feel that forward hinging in your shoulders. Heels up, knees and elbows bend, step or hop, up to you. Top of your mat. If you hop up, allow your knees to bend and to catch you, okay? Finger pads high on your knees, wave up halfway. Half lift, exhale down, or down on the mat if you want. Backs of the hands in, right wrist forward and crosses. Lengthen out, pushing through your legs, waving the arms up, waving the spine up. Choose the setting of your arms by your cheekbones, ears, or behind your head. Push your hips forward, shallow or deeper back bend. The upper body will feel really heavy if the arms are behind your ears. So be aware of that. Squeeze the front of the body to lift. Release the hands. Bring the elbows in. Soften the knees. Forward fold. Let the head go. Sigh if you want to. Inhale, wave up halfway. Setting of your fingers is up to you. Exhale, wave down. Setting of that depth of your forward fold is up to you. Step or jump back, plank. All the way down or halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog. Lift up, plank, knees bend, push back, puppy or dog pose. And a few spinal waves here. If you noticed, I bring my thighs up and down when I transition into that upward facing dog. You're welcome to do the same, okay? That toe flip is for those who are already really experienced and their joints, their muscles allow them to do that. Some are just mechanically not able to do that, and that's okay. Heels up, knees and elbows bend, step or jump. Top of your mat. Forward fold, let the head go. Half lift, just one half lift. Choose the setting of your hands. Exhale down. Last one. Backs of the hands in. Left wrist crosses forward. Push through the legs. Waving the spine up. Waving the arms up. And choose the setting, the engagement of your upper back. Push the hips forward. Shallow or deep back bend, up to you. I'm doing a shallow one for now. Squeeze the front line of the body to lift. Release the arms, hands in. Elbows press in. Again, make an effort to press your elbows in to lengthen out your lateral deltoids. Knees bend, bow down, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Half lift, pushing through your arms, pushing through your legs, not blocking the knees. Exhale, forward fold once again, and step or jump back. Plank. All the way down or halfway. Choose your cobra or upward facing dog. Back through plank. Puppy pose. Downward facing dog. And do some spinal waves here. Going back to that mechanical restriction of the joints. I I do that transition with my thighs down because one of my big toe joints is really short. So if you're like me that there's a mechanical restriction there, you're welcome to pare it back as well. From here, heels up, knees and elbows bent, and step or hop back to the top of your mat. Come into your forward fold. From here, curl your right leg up, point the knee back and up, and extend. Now the angle of this lifted leg doesn't have to be very high, it can even be low, but I do want you to squeeze your gluteal muscles, squeeze the back muscles, and you're also pushing to the length of your arms, even in a bent position here, to balance you, to maintain your balance. If you want to look up towards that leg and want to lift it a little higher, you're pushing through your arms and your hands, and then you can look up towards your foot. It prevents that sensation of falling forward and over. From here, soften your body, bring that lifted leg, the right leg, out to the left side in a curtsy. I've angled my mat, so hopefully you can see the movement and the placement of my limbs. Stay here, pushing through your arms, your legs, even though they're in this curtsy bind, and stay if this is enough. Or left arm waves up, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. You can look up towards your hand if your neck is okay. This standing arm is strongly pushing down to maintain your balance. And feel that lengthening right here in your gluteal muscle. It will feel ironic because it's the glute of the front leg. Stay if this is enough. Or top arm sweeps to the back. Bend your right knee, that crossed right leg. Hold on to your foot. Your elbows and your knees are going to bend here. Let that happen. Yeah? Stay if this is enough. Or reset that activation of this circle of muscles. Your gluteal muscles, your back muscles, your triceps, and your forearm muscles as well. To lift this circle of limbs a little higher. And push through your standing arm and through your standing leg to lift your chest a little higher as well. Challenging for the balance though, yeah? From here, release your hands, bring your foot back down, bring your heels in and toes out to the sides. A la position 1. Yeah, a la position 1 for ballet. The angle of your legs doesn't have to be, and I'll just quickly show you, angle of your feet doesn't have to be absolutely parallel to the short horizon of your mat, yeah? They don't have to be absolutely parallel this way. Choose the angle that is best for you, okay? Fingers high up on your claw hands, still on the setting 1 of your hands, meaning to say the corners of the mat. On an inhalation, you're going to push through your arms, lift your heels up, and exhale. Bend your knees out to the sides. Allow your hips to sink between your knees. This way. My blocks are there. I'm just not using them, but if you need to use blocks, you're welcome to get blocks, okay? Push through your legs. Lift up. Heels down. Reset. Drag your hands a little closer, as we mentioned earlier, in a V formation, in a V movement, setting 2, midway between the top of your mat and your feet. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees out to the sides, sinking down. Your elbows and your shins or your calves might come into contact here. Lean forward slightly. Don't worry, we won't lift up, yeah? You are on your claw fingers, your claw hands. We're not going to lift up. We're just going to feel the strength. We're introducing a lot of strength in your hands and fingers. Push through your arms, your legs. Lift your legs up, your heels up, and then down. Last one, drag your hands closer again in that V shape, closer to your toes. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees out to the sides. Keep adjusting yourself here as you need to. Wherever you are, maybe you need to move your hands a little farther forward once again, or keep them close, or if you're feeling like it, hands together in a prayer pose. Yeah? Elbows on the inside of your knees, of your calves, and wave the body up here. The back is still in a hunched position, as you can see. Let's lengthen up, belly in and up, chest up, head up. If your hands are together, they're not just, it's not an airy-fairy prayer hands, yeah? You're pressing them in. You're activating that hug and lift, and you're stabilizing yourself. There's never an airy-fairy position of the body, even in this prayer pose, yeah? Your hands are not just pressing in and you're praying that this will be over. No, you're pressing them in, you're lengthening up, you're adding stability. That's what these prayer hands do. Release your hands down to the mat. Push yourself back up. Heels down, reset them into your hip width distance once again. Your hands are in that setting 2, so midway between the top of your mat and your toes. From here, bend your knees, right leg, still with the right leg, curls up, step it back, come onto the flats of your toes. Now don't think about your legs, especially not your hips and your lower back. Think about your arms and just push through the length of your arms. Allow the body to drift to the back until that back heel is down and your front leg is nice and straight. Into our intense side stretch. Breathing here. Intense side stretch. Now, choose your position, whether your hands are down on the mat or you can bring them in line with your foot. Keep adjusting your legs as you need to, or towards the back. If they're towards the back, fingers are pointing to the back as well. And you're still pushing to the length of your arms and fingers. Feel that natural lift of the body, but you're determining where your arms want to be. It has to do with the weight of your body on that front leg and the strength of the lengthening of your hamstrings and the ligaments and tendons behind the knee as well. So choose wisely. Stay if this is enough. And this next one can be really strong. So don't do it if you don't want to. But for those who want to, you're pressing through your arms and your fingers. Balance yourself in that triangle of your foundations and lift your back leg off in a flamingo. Back foot down. Now, your hands, bring them towards the back if they're in front or in line with your foot, and move your fingers to point forward. Soften your knees, yeah? So your hands can come flat. You will need that for this next maneuver. Back foot, toes pointing out to the side of the mat, so your back foot is parallel to the short horizon of your mat. Then bend your back knee. Your front foot is still stuck where it is. Yeah, you can even place your hand there. Bend your back knee and do a backwards curtsy. I don't know if you can see that. You are bending your back knee and coming into a backwards curtsy this way. Yeah? Your hands are there to support your body weight. And you're coming into what I call a Shakespearean curtsy. I saw a movie, I think Shakespeare in Love is the movie. I saw them curtsy this way and I thought, that's a nice movement. Now from here, your front ankle is still in plantar flexion. Use your arms to support your body weight. Bring your front ankle into dorsiflexion, toes up, drift yourself to the back and sit down. Yeah? So you are now in this pose. Back leg comes down on the mat, heel to your perineum, toes tucked under in our head to knee pose, Janu Sirsasana. Yeah, one of our favorite poses. Back of the left hand on the inside of your left knee. Right arm in behind, in line with your left hip, your left leg. Lengthen up here, belly up, chest up, head up. From here, so you're in a bit of a twist already. Release your right arm, wave it up. Yeah? On an exhalation, lateral flexion along your extended leg. Don't come very deep yet, even if you can bind, yeah? Don't come very deep yet. You're pressing the lower arm into your leg to help torque you a little bit more if you want to, as long as you're not collapsing forward and down, where you're crunching your anterior rib cage. From here, release the pose. Shoulders back to neutral. Look at your front leg. Let's have a spinal wave here. Belly in and up. Chest up. Head up. How are we doing? Yeah? Breathe. On an exhalation, forward and down. If you can bind here, you are welcome to bind. Right hand, left wrist, and bring it on the arch of your foot, if you want to. But if you cannot reach, or you just don't want that abdominal compression, finger pads down on the mat, lengthen yourself up, and you're here. This is good too. This is just as valid as a deep bound pose, yeah? Don't judge yourself. There are days this feels much better. So from here, whether you're low or you're high, but if you're low and bound, release your bind. Right hand, left toes. So you're crossing the body. Left hand threads through, and you're pressing the back of that hand into the mat, and it helps twist you. So once again, if you're higher, even if you do it on your knee, cross your hand, hook your hand on the outside of your knee, and you're twisting this way. This is good too. You already feel that lengthening right here in your top arm. But if you are low, hand on your toes, and you can come into a bind this way. I keep moving around so you can see what the heck is happening, but you don't have to keep moving around, okay? Maintain your orientation on your mat. From here, release your hand wherever it's bound, wherever it's holding on to. Squeeze the right side of your body to lift up. From here, right foot steps down, reset your orientation back to the top of your mat and push yourself up, crawl forward, hands down on your mat, crawling forward, hands down, push yourself up and unbind your body, unfurl your body back up into a plank. Half flow, all the way down halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog, back through plank, puppy pose, downward facing dog, and do some spinal waves. Spinal waves. From here, heels up, knees and elbows bend, and step or jump back up into your forward fold. Now, let's make this smooth, shall we? Hands slide up, setting one. Reset your hands that they do have that 2 hand span distance. I hope you can see that on my mat. Hands on the corner. Let's make this round smooth. I know the first one felt clunky. Left leg curls up. Point the knee back and up. Extend. Choose the angle of your leg. Body weight ever so slightly forward. Push through your arms and determine the depth of your pose. You can look up towards your foot as long as you're still pushing through your arms so you don't roll forward. From here, pare it back. Push through your arms to pare it back, especially if you went deep. Top leg out to the left side. And feel that twist in the body, feel that compression, especially in your lower abdomen. And that lengthening in your right gluteals. Stay if this is enough, or right arm curls up or unfurls up rather. And you're in this curtsy twist with a lifted arm. Stay if this is enough, or top arm sweeps to the back. Curl your right knee up, cut and take. Stay or top arm sweeps to the back. Gather your left leg up and bind. Squeeze the circle of your back muscles, your triceps, your gluteals, your hamstring to lift your leg up. Push through your standing limbs if you want to, so that you gain a little bit more height. From here, release the pose, feet back down, heels in, feet, toes out to the sides, ballet legs, position 1. Inhale, lengthen up, heels up, pushing through your forelimbs, and exhale, knees out to the sides, sinking down between your legs. Push through your arms and your legs. Inhale, lift up, heels down. That's 1. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees out to the sides, hands sliding. Level 2. Body weight a little forward, a little weight training for your fingers. Push through your arms and your legs, lift, heels down. Last one, hands slide a little closer to your feet or press them in. Prayer pose. Heels up, exhale, sink down. Elbows on the inside of your legs, fingers pointing up. Allow your body to curl here first as you gain your position, and then wave up, belly in and up, chest up, head up. I hope you see that difference, and I hope you feel the difference for yourself, yeah? Deep, full breath. It's a really strong, back strengthener, this one. Release your hands down on the mat. Position 2. Push through your arms and your legs, lengthen, heels down, back to parallel feet. Soften your knees, left leg curls up, step it back, only on the flats of your toes. Think about your arms, not your legs and not your front hamstrings. Push through your arms to drift yourself to the back until your back heel is down and your front leg is nice and straight. Keep adjusting your feet here in this intense side stretch. They can be in line with each other, or you can have a gap between these two lines of your feet. Up to you. Hands in front and you're pressing through, or hands in line with your front foot and you're pressing through, or hands towards the back, fingers pointing to the back and you're still pressing through. Up to you. Stay in this pose, or if you did it previously, replicate it now, but be aware of your balance, okay? Don't fall out of your pose. You're pushing through your arms, through your fingers, your front leg, and you're curling your back leg off. Back foot down, soften your knees, release your hands nice and flat. Right hand can come on top of your right foot. Back foot comes parallel to the short horizon of your mat, and you're bending your back knee. Again, I call this my Shakespearean curtsy. From here, catch your body weight with your hands, front ankle, dorsiflexus, and you're sitting down towards the back. Left leg comes down on the mat in your Janu Sirsasana position. Heel on your perineum, toes tucked under. Back of your right arm, right hand on the inside of your right leg. Left hand behind in line with this extended leg. And you are twisting a little bit. So always engage from the base of the body, from the pubis, although it will feel anchored, navel, sternum, nose. You can look towards your left side if you want to, or just neutral with the neck. Left arm waves up, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, and you are reaching up here, okay? Exhale, lateral flexion to or along your right leg. Nose neutral, neck neutral, or up towards the ceiling, up to you. Soften the body, shoulders level, head points back to the top horizon of your mat. Hands beside or flanking your leg, waving up, belly in and up, chest up, head up. From here, melting forward and down, or stay engaged in this high position, or forward and down. If you want to bind, left hand, right wrist, hook it on the sole of your foot, and bind here and come deep if you want. Breathing. Reset the pressing of your lips. Don't breathe through your mouth. Breathe through your nose. Mouth breathing is very shallow, and that I don't want to trigger hyperventilation, yeah? You never want to do that. From here, soften your body, release the bind if you're bound. Left hand, front toes. Right arm threads through. And just stay here. You're pressing the back of your threaded arm into the mat and you're twisting. And stay high, even if it's this high, with your hand sliding up along your leg and you're in a high position this way. This is good too. I feel that lengthening right here. But if you feel like it, come really deep. In a different threading the needle pose, yeah? breathing. Different variations of the pose give you similar benefits, give you different benefits, and you can always customize the poses to you. From here, wherever you are, release your hand from your toes and squeeze the left side of your body so you can lift yourself up. Left foot steps down in the mat, orient yourself back to the top of the mat and push yourself up. Crawl forward, hands down, unfurl the body in plank, exhale all the way down halfway. Cobra or upward facing dog, back through plank, puppy pose, downward facing dog, and come into your spinal waves. Breathing. Last set. And let's make this really smooth, shall we? You know your poses now, you know your options, you're welcome to mix them up. You're welcome to experiment, or you're welcome to stick to your favorite. Heels up, knees and elbows bend, step or jump, top of your mat. Reset the distance of your feet from the top of your mat a little lower. 2 handstands. Hands on the corners of your mat. Right leg curls up. Knee points back and up. Extend. Catch your body weight and look up towards your top foot if you want to, or choose the angle of your head. Don't fall over. Pair it back. Top leg out to the left side. Sideways curtsy. Pushing through your arms and stay. Or left arm curls up in a curtsy twist. Top arm sweeps to the back. Crossed leg, the one behind, curls up. That would be the right. Hold. Push through your standing limbs to gain your height and squeeze your back muscles, that circle of your back muscles, to lift your leg up. It's quite strong. Release. Ballet feet, position 1, but choose your angles. They don't have to be absolute parallel to the top horizon of your mat. Hands in position 1, corners of your mat. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees out to the side, sinking down. Smooth breath. Inhale, push through your forelimbs, lift. Heels down. Hands slide down, middle position. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees out to the side. A bit of weight training for your fingers, leaning your body weight on your elbows and your arms. Push through your forelimbs, lift up, heels down. Sliding your hands closer to your toes or hands in prayer pose. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, sink down, elbows on the inside of your knees. If you're in prayer hands, point your fingers up. If not, you're just pushing through your arms. And everyone, lengthen the back, strengthen the spine, belly in and up, chest up, head up. If your hands are down, you're still pushing into your knees, opening up your hips in this pose. From here, push through your legs, through your arms, release your hands if you're in prayer pose. Bring your heels back down, set your feet back parallel to the floor. Hands in that middle setting. Right leg curls up, step back on the flats of your toes. Push through your arms until you've come into your intense side stretch pose. Hands where they are, outstretched in front of you, and you're pushing through. Or bring them in line with your front foot for a little bit of a higher chest if you want. Or all the way towards the back. Come low and then strengthen your arms and your fingers once again. Breathing. Stay, or if you want the flamingo pose, just be careful with this pose. It's quite strong. You're pushing through your arms and fingers, through your front leg, and you're lifting your back foot off. It feels really strong behind that standing knee, okay? Back foot down. Angle your back foot parallel to the short horizon of your mat. Adjust your hands as you need to. Support your front foot flat if you need to. And bend your back knee. Shakespearean curtsy. This way. Deep, full breath. From here, support your maneuver with your hands. Front ankle dorsiflexes so you can sit all the way to the back. Back leg comes down on the mat in your Janu Sirsasana. Back of the left hand on the inside of your left knee, right hand behind, wave the spine up here, belly in and up, chest up, head up, and add that twist from the pubis, navel, sternum, nose. So it's a very open belly, Janu Sirsasana twist. Right arm releases. You're reaching up without hiking your shoulder to your ear, and feel as if you're pressing something against that top hand and bring yourself into a lateral flexion. Deep, full breath. Release the pose, level the shoulders, looking forward once again. Choose where your hands need to be to support your pose. Wave the body up, belly in and up, chest up, head up. And determine your setting. Stay high and just continue on with that hug and lift. It's really strengthening for the back, this one. Or if you want forward compression and lengthening of the back, come down with or without a bind, up to you. Deep, full breath. Release the pose. Right hand on your toes or hooked on the outside of your leg, wherever your hand will reach. Left arm threads under and come in either a shallow threading the needle, or if you want to, come into a really deep threading the needle. Up to you. Release the pose, squeeze your right side to lift up, and let's add one pose here, shall we? Right hand back down where it was in that open belly twist, but plantar flex your left ankle, flick the toes, left arm waves up, and you're pushing yourself up and coming into this pose, into a Janu Sirsasana, head to knee counter pose. Opening up the front of the body, compressing the back, strengthening and really lengthening. Release the pose, sit back down. Now orient yourself back to the top of your mat, that short horizon of your mat. Right foot steps down, and push yourself back up, crawling forward, unfurling the body back into plank, all the way down to halfway, cobra or upward facing dog, back through plank. Don't shortchange your transition here if you did cobra, puppy pose, downward facing dog, and a few spinal waves. As I was saying, never shortchange your transition. It needs that extra flat plank if you did cobra, right? From here, last one for the left side. Heels up, elbows and knees bend, step or jump. Back into your forward fold. Reset the distance of your feet. Check your distances. Hands on the corners. High on your claw hands. Left leg curls up. Knee points backing up. Extend. Choose the angle of your body. If you want to look up, make sure you're supporting yourself by pressing your hands strongly into the mat. Pare it back. Left leg out to the right side in a curtsy, a low curtsy. Reset your shoulders to the top horizon of your mat in a bit of a twist and stay. Or right arm waves up in a twist and stay. Or curl your back leg up, hold on to your foot, and re-engage your muscles here. We do our poses incrementally more challenging so you can always stop in the pose that you want. Release your foot, release the pose, position one feet, ballet feet. Hands on the corners of your mat, inhale, heels up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, pushing through all four limbs, the flats of your toes and your fingers, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Slide your hands, V-shape, middle setting. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, knees out to the sides, elbows connecting to your calves or anywhere on the inside of your legs, body weight slightly forward. Weight training for your fingers and your hands. That's why make sure always reset your hands in their claw shape so your knuckles don't hyperextend either. Yeah? Safety first. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. From here, slide your hands closer to your feet or palms together. Heels up. Exhale, sink down. Hands in, elbows on the inside of your knees. Allow your back to curve first as you gain your pose. Then wave your body up, spine nice and long. Lengthening up, hugging and lifting. Pressing your hands in, stabilizing the pose. From here, soften the body, hands down, middle setting, claw hands. Lengthen up and heels down. Reset your feet back into their parallel position. Left leg curls up, step it back, flats of your toes. Think about the strength of your arms, not your hamstrings, and push through your arms and fingers until you've come back into your intense side stretch. Choose where you want your hands and your arms outstretched in front of you where they are now. In line with your front foot, keep adjusting the alignment of your feet or towards the back. Stay for a few more breaths, or if you did the flamingo previously, you're welcome to replicate that once again on this side. But again, it's strong on the back of that standing knee, yeah? Back foot down, Angle it so the toes are pointing out to the sides, parallel foot to the short horizon of your mat. Support your front foot by pressing your hand down there so your foot doesn't move, or not if you know what you're doing now, and back knee bends. Adjust your hands where they need to be to support your body weight here. From here, front ankle dorsi flexes and drift yourself to the back. Back leg comes down for our Janu Sirsasana. Back of your right hand on the inside of your right knee. Left hand behind. Wave the body up here, lengthening up. Hugging and lifting, and add that twist. Left arm waves up. And exhale, lateral flexion. You can come deep if you want to by now. Release the pose, shoulders level. Choose the setting of your hands, the angle of your body. Wave the body up, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale, melting forward and down. High angle of the body, or low, with or without a bind. Up to you. That bound hand, by the way, can be open or it can be closed. If you feel like your wrist is straining, squeeze your hand in a fist. Or if you want to just relax your hand, you can do that as well. Release the pose. Left hand on your toes or anywhere on the outside of that outstretched leg. Right arm threads under and come into either a shallow twist of threading the needle or come into a deep twist of threading the needle. Whichever height your body is in, you're pressing that threaded arm, the back foot, into the mat. It helps in the torque of the body. But always safety first, okay? There are no gold stars given out, so don't push beyond what your body and your psycho-emotional state will allow you to do. From here, release your hand, soften the pose, release your hand from your toes or from the outside of your leg, squeeze your left side and lift up. Now let's add that counter pose. Left hand behind as it were in the beginning of this Janu Sirsasana sequence, but flat. Plantar flex once again, your farther ankle and wave up. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, you're reaching up and stay down here if this is enough, yeah? You're already opening up your right side. But if you want that lift, you're welcome to come into that lift. Bring that top arm towards the back. Release your head. Allow your extended leg, your right leg, to angle however it needs to be in this pose, okay? And release that pose. Good. From here, stay down here on the mat. Release your left leg and come to the middle of your mat. Feet down, hands on your shins. Allow your body to curl. Allow your body to curl. Seated raise. So hold on to your shins, yeah? On an inhalation, we're going to wave the spine nice and straight, but leaning back a little bit. So anchor yourself, yeah? Let's do it. Belly in and up, inhale. Chest up, head up. On the exhalation, curl yourself forward. Exhale, belly close your thighs, curling your shoulders and your head. hopefully we're facilitating that exhalation, pushing out of your breath from your lungs. Yeah? Inhale. Exhale. Squeezing yourself. Gosh, it's hard to talk there. Inhale. Lengthening. Exhale. This time, inhale. Waving up. Regulate your breath. From here, normalize your breath. One arm at a time, yeah? So you don't fall back. One arm at a time, doesn't matter which. Bring your hands behind you. Fingers pointing forward, yeah? Both hands behind you now. Fingers pointing forward. The chest will automatically and normally sink down here as you're positioning yourself. Again, allow that to happen. Allow your body to always soften, coming into poses in your transition. From here, now let's re-engage the body. Belly in and up, chest up, head up. Push through your arms. I hope you see that difference, and I hope you feel that difference, yeah? Between this and this. And stay. Can't emphasize this enough. Stay if this is enough for you. Yeah? I won't be able to keep looking towards the camera for this because your neck needs to be stable here for safety. Stay or push through your arms and your legs. Lifting up, you're looking down the line of your body. Crab pose. We are doing a cancer flow. So it's just right we have crab pose. Stay or, and this is a strong or, right leg, right foot down, left leg curls up. Now everyone, left ankle, right knee. And come back down if you lift it up. Stay with me, yeah? Stay with me. So you're now here in this figure 4, but in a seated pose. Now, push yourself forward. Strong fingers once again. Push your chest forward to your legs. Strong demand for the arms and the hands for this sequence, for the cancer flow. From here, be mindful of your movement. Release your hands and lie down on the mat. Good. Adjust yourself as you need to, as you want. From here, right foot lifts up, left hand through that gap between your legs and interlace your fingers. With every exhalation, you can either just stay here, allow the natural weight of your limbs to come into this pose, meaning to say you can just let the weight of your limbs add to the compression and the stretch of your hamstrings here. Or if you want to, strong if, for every exhalation, draw your legs closer to you. But with every exhalation, and allow your body to readjust with the inhalation. Now from here, and I will just adjust myself so that you can see. From here, release the interlacing of your fingers, release that left arm, yeah? Right hand interlaces with your toes. Bring that leg out to the right side. Replicate that with the other hand and the other toes. Yeah? Interlacing them. I know it feels odd. Now, level your feet. I hope you can see me. I cannot see my screen, but I hope you can see me. Level your feet. The arms are in this wide V shape. And again, with every exhalation, just let that natural weight of your arms add to the compression in your abdomen. Or if you want to, with every exhalation, bend your elbows not down, but towards the sides. So from a V shape, bring your arms in a letter U shape. I hope you can see me. Breathe. From here, soften the pose. Now, keep your fingers and your toes interlaced, okay? Release your knees. Bring them out to the sides. Your hands and your toes are still bound, and you've come into this shape. How are we doing? And exhale, bringing them a little closer to you. Release the interlacing of your toes and your fingers. Bring your knees back in and roll up. I will just orient myself properly once again. Extend your legs. Plant or flex your ankles. Recline once again, leaning back. And allow your body to adjust here as you're doing this, yeah? Once you're in this pose, wave the spine up once again. Hug and lift, belly in and up. Chest up, head up. Check that your knees are not hyperextending. They're not pressing down. The backs of your knees are not pressing down into the mat. Yeah, you're lengthening your legs, not hyperextending your knees. Stay. If this is enough, keep looking forward. Or, you know what's going to happen now? Push through your arms, lift the body up. One more breath. And exhale down. Bend your knees. Hold on to your shins. Wave up, belly in and up. Chest up, head up. Exhale forward and curl. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhaling. One at a time. Release your hands from your shins. Leaning back on them. Adjust yourself. Allow the body to soften. Then engage your body once again. Belly in and up. Chest up. Head up. Stay low or lift up into your crab pose or tabletop position. Stay or right leg curls up or unfurls up rather. Everyone, right ankle, left knee. If you're lifted, bring your sacrum, your sit bones down on the mat. And push through your arms and fingers. Bring your chest closer to that triangle gap between your legs. It may not look strong, but believe me, it is. From here, be mindful of your movement. Release your hands, soften your body, and roll down on the mat. Adjust yourself as you need to. I'm shimmying myself down on my mat. From here, right arm through that gap between your legs. Lift your legs up so you can interlace your hands on your shin. And I'm going to reset myself now here so you can see what's happening. With every exhalation, determine if you want to add a bit more compression here or not. The closer your legs are to your body, the stronger the lengthening in your legs, yeah? But don't force it. Breathing. From here, release the interlacing of your fingers. Unbind your arm from between your legs. Left hand interlaces between your toes. Bring your right leg out to the left side. Replicate that with the other side. Interlacing your fingers and your toes. Once they're there, level your feet. Level your legs. How are we doing? I know it's a mind job as well, this one. And as we always say in my classes, yeah, yoga is never just for the body, it's for the mind and the emotions as well. With every exhalation, determine if you want to keep your arms in this big letter V, or if you want to press your legs a little closer to your abdomen and bringing your arms in a big letter U. Up to you. No right or wrong. Never think that, oh, because Eileen does this, I'm gonna do it too. No. That's why I give you modifications, yeah? So you can customize your poses to you. I lead you, but it is your practice. From here, keep the interlacing of your fingers and your toes. Yeah? Another mind puzzle. Keep your hands and your feet together, but release your knees. Bring them out to the sides until your ankles cross, and then until your thumbs touch, your big toes are all in line with each other. Keep this big diamond shape of the legs, or if you want to, bring them in a smaller diamond shape. Breathing. And release the interlacing of your fingers and your toes. Bring your legs in and do our sacroiliac joint massage. A few rolls, always massaging the SI joint as we do in our Mad Yogi classes. From here, bring your feet down on the mat. Bring your interlace your hands, just loose. Bring them above your head. Yeah? Make sure you don't have a ponytail, by the way. If you've been doing your class with a ponytail, so your head is flat on the mat. With your feet together, just release your knees out to the sides. There's a version of this pose where you bind yourself with straps, but because we're relaxing in this pose, I don't, of course you're welcome to do that, but I don't really see the need as such to do it that way. We just want to relax the knees down. If your lower back needs support though, right here, I hope your props bag is close to you. Get your towel, roll it up, and support your lower back. Yeah? Or support your knees. But supporting the lower back here, I think, is enough. But of course, if you need support for your knees, do that. If you've already supported your knees and your lower back, and this pose is still not good for you, by all means, squeeze. Yep. Engage your abdominal muscles and then bring your knees together. Yeah? it's a stronger, more supported transition to close the knees. And then you're welcome to lengthen out your legs and release your arms and rest in your proper shavasana for a few breaths. If you don't have time for a long shavasana, once you've brought your knees together, release your hands from your head, choose a side. Roll to your right side if blood pressure is normal to elevated, or to your left side if it's feeling a little bit low. Or if you, for example, like me, I normally prefer to roll on my left side anyway. And roll to your left side. Use your top hand to press strongly into the mat and come up in a seated pose. Let's just regulate our heart rate and our breath rate here really quickly. Right hand on your heart space, left hand on your belly. Nothing airy-fairy about this. Close your eyes because I want you to just pare back all of the sensory input and feel and listen to your heart rate and your breath rate. Yeah? Inhale. Exhale. Do as many as this as you need to. Once your heart rate and your breath rate normalizes, then you can open your eyes, pop off the mat, and get on with your day. Or if you've done this at the end of the day, start enacting your wind down routines. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed the Tala version of this of the cancer flow as well, and I will see you in our next class.